Just did the rebooty thingy, so I might be able to pull out my key.
It's the Villains Talk Show with C4, Sarah Vike, Insanieac, Sir Jeremy, and the great Goblin. Hello and welcome to the Villains Talk Show. I'm your host, C4, along with my co-host, Sarah Vike. Beside her, the great Grease Goblin, and still in the aether, Sir Jeremy and Insanieac. And hello and welcome.
We're not sure they really exist or have faces.
I mean, they. I thought we already confirmed.
I am currently working on that issue.
Are you? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Are you saying you're finally becoming corporeal? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm somewhere in between.
You're somewhere in between.
Exciting.
I'm in the veil somewhere.
Welcome to Wednesday. Wednesday we do not do one shots. Wednesday is Talk Show Wednesday, and today we are talking about music, but the only real music that matters. So like techno, rap, and metal. Excuse me while I just boot Grease Goblin from the chat.
Just
goodbye.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's so funny.
Yes.
It's funny.
So I think it's funny we haven't talked about music at all because if you really think about it, I am a classically trained singer. I've sang in choirs, in operas, and in choral arrangements for years. I've performed in. I've performed under. I've performed a lot. Do you really want me to share some of my voice? Because
we already listened to your voice. You don't need to,
No, but like actually.
Sing for us. Sing for us.
Oh, all right. I don't know what I'm. Oh, I'm singing out there. Why did that suck? You know what? Let's try this again. Let's actually sing something.
You do sound lovely.
I would try to sing something too.
For one last time, I shall take the Northwest Passage and find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. That's what I always sing. So I've been classically trained. I listen to, and I grow up basically in the music scene. I know a lot of low-level artists. Like I've met one of my friends out east is a guy named Prism. He's out of Manitoba. He does raves and stuff. If you haven't seen him, check him out. He's got actually quite a big following. I've also met many other different small acts over my years. But music's just become part of my life, as you can see. I mean, sometimes you can see it. I have a bass guitar in the back. I've always been involved in music, in radio. It's why I talk a lot. It's just part of who I am. And I have friends who are just like, one of my friends, Broody, has been actively and is part of a few different death metal bands. And I've been a vocal coach for him a few times. I've actually been a part-time vocal coach. I don't really make money off it. I just do it because I want to. Because I find that a lot of metal, especially a lot of really harsh metal, people don't have vocal control, and it ruins their voice. And it's one thing to be able to sing, like, be able to go, I am the dead, and not hurt your voice, right? Because there's people who do that, and they'll actually rip their vocal cords. I'm not very good at it, but I'm good at teaching people the basics of singing. that's just my background in terms of music. What about you guys?
I've done choir before.
I could see that. Were you a tenor?
No, I was a baritone.
How dare you? He's totally a 10.
Okay, I could see a baritone. But yeah, no. What about you, Sarah?
I was in a choir briefly in high school, but I learned how to dance, not how to sing or play musical instruments.
Oh, can you show us a pirouette?
Not in here, I can't. There's not enough room.
I was gonna say, if I was you, I would have just spun around in my chair and like, haha, you can keep eye contact the whole time. Ha ha ha.
I mean, other places I certainly could, but not now.
And what about you two back there? In cyberspace?
U2.
Wait,
That's
where?
my favorite band. I love that band, U2.
Do you? That's also worth a ban.
Oh yes, Do You, the also famous band.
So I'm going to assume Insaniac just listens to music, which is fine. What kind of what?
I was about to talk, but thank you. You can answer for me, I guess.
You weren't.
You weren't talking.
You have to go first so that I can think of my answer, because I'm also trying to. I'm walking through the veil, okay? I'm hanging
also,
from bed right now. A
piano,
couple of coins that I found on the ground, and he's giving me a ride.
Oh, good. I'm glad you found
Just
that.
woke up like 10 minutes ago.
That is
my
a good
thoughts are
point.
totally
You might be half asleep.
together.
Fucking so many questions, holy shit.
I feel you. So many questions.
Well,
It's so hard.
let's curb this then.
It's just
what was-
too much?
What was everyone's first introduction to music? There's always a good
A,
question.
B, C, D, E,
No.
F, G,
No.
H,
You know what I mean. Your first introduction to music you liked. Like something you weren't forced to by listening to your parents. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I would not be surprised if that was your first song you actually enjoyed.
That's all I have on
I
my
ever really liked.
Don't you child shame him for having like value in
Smoke
his
on the
childhood?
Water.
Smoke on the Water. There's a good answer.
Yeah.
Smoke on the Water is a great
My mom
song.
and my brothers we just belt that shit out in the car while we'd be driving through like downtown or wherever.
Nice.
That would come on the radio. Yeah, the whole family would go on.
Nice. I liked my mom's music, so I listened to a lot of her music, but the first time that I really found music of my own was I was 15, and there used to be, in Edmonton every year, there used to be this big Christian youth conference thing with lots and lots of bands. And I went to that when I was in grade 10. And the opening band that night was Skillet. And I fell in love, and I have been in love with that type of music ever since.
I would like to point out the fun dichotomy that your first band you ever met was this Christian band Skillet, and here I'm thinking of the first band I ever listened to on my own and discovered on my own, and Rob Zombie. I was 14 and no, I was younger. I was like 12, and my parents gave me money. It was for Christmas or something, or Hanukkah, and I spent my $20, and I got 2 CDs for $10. Take Off Your Pants and Jacket by Blink-182, and American Music Made to Strip by Rob Zombie. I had never heard either. I'm being assaulted. I had never heard either. I'm sorry. Compose myself. I was being assaulted by the likeness. It was horrible. I saw a backside I never want to see again. So I saw so I bought American Music Made to Strip By and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. And I remember being like 12 or 13 years old and never heard of these bands ever. I just bought them based on the CD. I honestly went into was it HMV at the time?
Yeah.
It was still HMV. So I went to HMV and I just walked around and I just started looking through TVs. I'm like, oh, this one looks cool. And this one looks cool. And I went to the counter and this guy just looked at me and he's like, do you know what this is? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, all right. So he gave me these CDs and he also gave me, if I still have it, the original Xbox soundtrack. And hello.
Hello.
Gave me the original Xbox soundtrack. And if you remember, if anyone knows what was on there, it was the name of the game, Showcore Bonecracker, there was Kitty Spit, there was oh my god, Fatboy Slim, Star 69, there was what else? Godsmack, whatever. There was, and he gave me that CD. He gave me that. No, there was no Finger 11 on the original Xbox soundtrack. I remember that. There was also Brand Van 3000, Ludacris, Southern Hospitality was the song. There was also
Ludacris was on that?
And Gravel Pit by Wu-Tang Clan. And this was my introduction to music at 12 years old. Rob Zombie for dark techno synth metal, punk from Blink-182, like their original punk album, and then this whole array of different music from death metal, from a girl death metal band called Kitty, who I still love today, and this is how I got introduced to music. And then from then on, my next CDs were Blind Guardian, Metallica, Iron Maiden, Operation Ivy. I got into Death for a while. I got into Pantera. And then I even spread out. Like, I listened to Tupac. I listened to KRS-One's one of my favorites of all time. I listened to a lot of old Eazy-E. I listened to Kanye West. Anyone tells you, do not listen to Kanye West. College Dropout is his best album, and I don't care. I will never listen to his new stuff, but like, and this is how I got into music. And I just been singing like classical music my whole life that my parents basically put me in, and I like to sing. Like I do, like I did at the beginning of the show. Like I love to sing, but it wasn't something that I gravitated to. And so like I just remember being so lucky, I keep thinking about it, just being able to just buy these 2 CDs and this random guy just giving me this one CD I've never seen before. And ever since then, my appreciation for music has always been widespread. And then when I was growing up, all my friends either listened to rap, techno, or metal. And so I was, even growing up, I was immersed in all 3. It didn't matter. Like, I'd go to my buddy's house and we'd listen to Nile, which is like super death metal, and then Gorgoroth, and then he'd throw on Daft Punk. And then we'd throw on Immortal Technique. And it just became such an appreciation of music. And I was very lucky to have that kind of group of friends around me. Sorry, I kind of rambled for a bit. But it's kind of what I'm looking for.
About afterwards.
I'm kind of looking for that. Like how did music really grow on you? So I'll go back to Sarah.
Like a fungus.
That makes a lot of sense.
I think everything grows on you like a fungus.
Kind of like a beard around the neck that never goes over the jawline. A perfect fuzz.
How did music grow on me? I don't know.
Because you didn't just listen to Christian music, or maybe you did. Maybe you just listened to maybe you just wanted to get down on your knees and start pleasing Jesus.
Doesn't everybody want to get down on their knees and pray to the Lord?
You like to make that joke, and I really don't appreciate it.
It's from South Park.
Jesus on my knees.
I will always attribute it to South Park.
I really don't appreciate it. Anyways, I always have listened to mostly Christian music, but I mean, there's a wide range of Christian music. There's the stuff that you hear if you turn onto like the Christian radio station that is just crap. And there's like Christian rock music. There's good stuff out there.
Oh, totally.
A lot of people don't know about it.
2 bands. I can name 2 bands right now. If anyone's never heard of Christian death metal or Christian techno, go listen to Justice for Christian techno, some of the best out there, and then go listen to Impending Doom. You want to hear some insane Christian death metal that is like I can't describe it. The lyrics are amazing. Or if you want Christian power metal, fucking Powerwolf. Like,
I think I have Christian rap somewhere on a disc that my mom bought.
Oh yeah, there's lots of that.
like, and there's great Jewish rap, like So Called,
Oh yeah.
and it go into techno. We got Infected Mushroom, but no, I knock you for it. But like I'll be honest. Like I remember going to see Justice when I was 17 in Vancouver. It was one of the best concerts I have ever seen.
Exactly. There's stuff out there. There's a lot of Christian music that is like the mainstream stuff that people point to, and it sucks.
Is
It's
it?
all the same.
Is it one of
You hear
your?
a song come on the radio, and you're like, "Oh yeah, this is a Christian song. I recognize the same 3 chords and the same like rise and fall of your voice." Yep.
That sounds like country music to me, to be honest.
Sarah, don't you have a friend
My tractor like that.
who's
I don't know
big
what
in
you're
Christian
talking
music?
about. You mean your Ford?
Sorry, what are you trying to say, John?
Sorry. Sarah, I just remembered. Don't you have a friend who's pretty, like, actually big in the Christian music scene?
Sarah have friends.
Oh, I do, but she actually just left her band. I'm not 100% sure why. But
Tell me the drama.
I think she decided to go to other things, but it's really sad.
Well,
Christian drama.
at least tell us about the band she was in beforehand. Because I'm
So
sure.
the band she was in, it's a local Calgary band. It's called All Above Me. And
Sorry, what was that
yeah,
again? I'll
they're
put it in the
really
chat.
All Above Me.
Okay.
Yeah, really, really great. A Christian rock band. Yeah, lots of fun. There's 3 of them. There's the singer is my friend Britt. We've been friends since high school. Her dream was always to be a rock star, and she lived her dream, and it makes me really excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you mean by lived her dream? Like what? Like she got to tour? Like.
Oh yeah, they went all over the place. Lots of Canada and US, but they went to Germany a bunch of times. They were supposed to go on a lot.
They were big in Germany?
Last year. They were big in Germany.
That's cool.
Yeah, they were supposed to go to a lot of places last year, including the Philippines. But
Well, I'm
obviously
big in
that didn't
Japan.
happen.
I'm big in Japan. I bet you are. I could see you land in Japan, and just I'd be so skeptical.
Insaniac.
Yeah, I'm so skeptical, and you just land, and there's just all these people dressed as you in like big fur hats, and like Insanieac.
No, it'd be an army of like Japanese people wearing pumpkins for him. All their cosplay.
Amazing.
That's his thing, right? He's the pumpkin-headed scarecrow.
That note, I remember going to Vietnam with my sisters, and my older sister and me, because we were old enough, we went out clubbing. And we went out to a club that we got taken to, and the first thing we noticed was on the posters all around the city, we saw Canadian sensation Scarlet. And me and my sister are like, what the fuck are Scarlet? And posters and billboards, Canadian sensation Scarlet plays at this club every night. So that's the club we go to. We go, and they write their own songs, but it's like, it's okay. Like, it's fine. But what you don't see is when they came on stage, the massive Vietnamese crowd, and they just love it. They love every song, and then we're just sitting there, me and my sister, like, who are these guys? They're so big here. And then we're laughing because, after their set, me and my sister are having a drink, and we're just talking at the bar, and I guess the bassist heard us talking, and he's like, oh my god, where are you guys from, America? We're like, no, we're Canadian. And they're like, oh my god, we're from Nova Scotia. And we're like, oh, that's sick. So we start talking with the bassist and the drummer, and yeah, no, they're like, yeah, no one knows us back home, no one knows us in North America, but here we're super famous. So we decided to hang around here for a couple years. And I'm like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Like, know who your market is, right?
Exactly. It doesn't matter if you're not huge back home. You're just so happy to be massive in another country. Sure, I'll live there. I'll tour.
That's great.
Yeah, the Canadian sensation Scarlet. I hope they're doing well. I looked into them in a long time, but I really hope. But so now let's go to the 2 that have been quiet, Sir Jeremy and let's go Sir Jeremy. You tell us about your first immersion into the great musics.
Would have been through my mom. She took us to our first concert. was that?
My mom took me to a piano recital. That was what she took me to. But please continue.
That sounds
I
like
mean, my mom
mom,
took me
too.
to a couple things. I seen Jesus Christ Superstar with my mom too.
Okay, well, I saw musicals with my mom too. I thought for a second there, I thought like you were gonna say, yeah, I went to go see Motorhead with my mom. I'd be like,
My mom went to Monsters of Rock. I'm breaking stuff. Oh yeah.
Other fingers.
so your mom took you
No,
where?
again.
So your mom took you out to shows? That's pretty sick.
I went to seen Jesus Christ Superstar with my mom. See,
You cut out.
What else did I see? I'm trying to think of. We went to all the music festivals at Princess Island, and every time they had them.
Ah, so like there was the Reggae
Chili Peppers.
Fest.
Actually, I think it was Chili Peppers was our first
Well,
real
that's-
concert.
What?
That's
Really?
all the season.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I think it was Chili Peppers. To be honest.
That's awesome.
Is that the square?
That'd be so cool, actually. Like my parents took me because I mean I was in classical music. They took me to recitals, especially because my mom really. My mom really hated the kind of music I listened to. Funny enough, she didn't mind the rap, didn't mind the techno, didn't even mind like the punk music. There was one kind though. I'll let everyone guess that one. There was one kind. Might be sitting.
Was it the country?
Yes, all the country I listened to. Yeah. My mom being a wonderful girl from a small town and white. She listened. Her. But here's the funny thing. Actually, I should elaborate. So, like, my dad listened to like discotheque. Like, my dad's darker skin, and you have pictures of him with the fucking afro and full discotheque. And so I wondered where my darker music take came from. And then one day I go to my mom's base or the basement of my parents' house, and I find Jethro Tull, Meatloaf, and a Led Zeppelin album. And I'm like, oh, these are my dad's.
I
And
was gonna say, my mom listened to the same stuff.
and I was like, oh, these are my dad's. And my dad's like, no, I hated all three of those. And my mom's like, oh yeah, no, those are mine. And I'm like, so it is your fault. You have no right. You have no right here, sir.
Wow.
So yeah, but let's move over to Insaniac, who's
my
current.
dad kind of like helped form my musical taste, I guess, because he used to listen to a lot of like Iron Maiden and Metallica and that kind of stuff. Like Green Day was my first concert I went to, the American Idiot album.
Like with your dad.
Yeah, with my dad. I was 14, I think.
This was in
13.
Calgary.
Yeah.
I was there.
Oh.
I was there.
Oh.
Wow.
I know that exact concert.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was
That
my
was
first one. I
pretty-
didn't really.
Really good concert,
I was-
actually.
Oh,
I was
There's
holding
a
out the entire
fascinating
time
thing.
for one specific song, and I was like, because it was my first time at a concert, I was so chapped that they played my favorite song last.
I was there was a kid in the mosh pit. It wasn't me, but it was my friend. And you might have noticed there was a bunch of kids that started fighting him.
Oh, there was a big mosh pit. I remember that.
Yeah, my friend went with the express goal to just spear emo kids that didn't fight in the mosh pit. So I was on the edge, and he would just literally run and just spear a kid. It was just ridiculous. It was such a good concert too. I had heard Green Day earlier, but no, that was a great concert. That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
My first concert, like real concert I wanted to go to, I had to go on my own. I had to buy tickets on my own illegally. I was 14. I went to go see Metallica. I took one of my friends from junior high. We just got in. They didn't even check our IDs when we got in. And then first time, and like the most metal thing I'll ever say. First time I ever saw my first pair of tits, Metallica. We were down on the second bowl, and we rushed the floor because we were two kids. and we got on, and that was great.
That Green Day concert was the first time I ever got to like smell weed because like
Smell weed.
There were like like a couple that was like behind me, just like hazing out. My dad was kind of laughing about it, but he was just like, "What the fuck?" Like, because my dad he was a concert guy, so he knew like stuff. He grew up watching Metallica and listening, like going to their concerts and that kind of stuff too. So he knew the scene. But like I've been around music a lot of my life. When I moved, I had to when I first moved up to Ontario, I had to take pretty much a band class because I didn't want to take gym class, and they didn't have any instruments for me except for a bass guitar, an electric bass guitar.
Nice.
So I was the only band member that was playing an electric bass guitar. Everyone's playing like a trumpet and the drums.
Yeah, that doesn't feel
and,
like it fits.
a tuba.
It fits perfectly. What are you talking about?
I think
in the
that
back,
would
just,
fit.
like, playing casually like bass riffs.
Playing the casual bass riffs.
Yeah. And when I got back to Calgary, I met this buddy in high school who was like a really great singer and an amazing fucking guitarist. I met him in my math class. We were both awful. He actually was like repeating the previous math year in my class because it was just he was not good at math. And we ended up doing like a small band practice for a bit, and I was like the backup guitar, but I was also the main vocal, and he was the backup vocal with the main guitar.
Oh, let's hear some vocals.
I mean, we didn't get too far into it, but I was like we each chose kind of a different song for me to kind of like learn, so that way we could try and test out different things. And I learned well, at least for me, I wanted to do I think it was Danny California by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Let's hear some vocals.
Like Miss Murder by AFI.
Can we hear some vocals?
I'm a little on the spot.
I did it. Come on.
Yeah, no. I need background music. I wasn't practiced enough.
I got you covered. What? Like, I can do other side. Bum 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 ba bum ba ba bum 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 ba. You're in. How long will I slide and separate my side? I don't. You can jump in anytime. I don't believe it's bad. Slitting my throat is all I ever. Oh, you didn't keep going. Oh, I tried.
I don't remember all the lyrics, I'm going to be honest. I mean, I appreciate you doing that, though, because it can actually help me get this in my head.
Good. I'm glad that helped.
When you were singing, I was singing Misty Mountains at one point. I was like,
I can do that one, too.
Misty Mountains in the eye below.
Oh, that's not the one I was thinking.
Carried out of my troubled soul. I don't remember all the
Funny, when you said
Misty, such a long time.
When you say Misty Mountains, I think Lord of the Rings.
From The Hobbit.
Home is behind the world ahead, and there are many paths to tread through shadow to the edge of night. When all the stars are all alight. I could keep going, but I think I'll get copyright strike.
I think we should have a stream where John just sings.
I was gonna say I could do that.
Only copyright free though.
Yeah, you have to be copyright. So
I have to keep it under 6 seconds, or else I'll get hit.
I could be back to the ice cream.
Although no,
we do the 25-cent singles, so that way you don't have to. Because you get 30 seconds, right?
Oh yeah, you do get 30 seconds.
Of a song and just switch to another song.
Perfect.
Episode 75. Let's go.
Episode 75.
Calling it right now.
Hey,
Remember that for us.
this is 51. So yeah, this is 51. Wow.
24 more to go.
But yeah, that being said, I mean, and then so
my friend's band that like he ended up starting. I think it's called 5 Cent Freak Show. It's like a weird metal kind of band. He was a really good guitarist. He can listen to a song and play it on guitar, like electric guitar, no problem. Like, and that should always
That's
blow my mind.
really-
Like, he could play Dragon Force. He could play like his inspirational bands. I think were the Misfits.
oh, great band.
Yeah, when he introduced me to them, I was impressed. They're not like my favorite band, but I do like them. They're pretty good. Disturbed has always been kind of like my favorite band.
Those are mine. The person I go to for massages actually is in a band too.
Nice.
She's part of a local band called Wolfa.
Cool.
I just how yep. Who you
Just
go?
play piano, press with your fingers.
Let's go with
You
let's
look like you have a question.
let's go with what is everyone's most obscure music they listen to?
A lot of flash. I do like covers.
Oh God, dude, you're talking to two '90s kids, me and Jeremy.
Oh,
Fucking Me First in the Gimme Gimmes, fucking Melancholy, fucking Mighty Boss Tones, dude. Covers are our lives. Don't feel weird about
Oh, yeah.
that.
Oh no, I get a lot of flack for it though.
No, it's
Not
because
from us, you won't.
no, from us we won't.
Oh.
You're in good company here. Covers, that's not weird music. Try again. One of my favorite bands.
I really like kind of like I don't know the word, but like like mix songs, like where you take one song and kind of mix it into another.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be cool.
My God, again.
I have a whole like list of like different like Linkin Park and like Jay-Z collaboration like songs.
Dude, again, like two '90s kids here. That's like, it's like
Two
that's
90s kids.
yeah,
I'm a
like
90s kid too.
I guess yeah. We grew up with that shit.
Technically.
The mix, the mashups. I miss the
Yeah.
mashups too, man. Those are so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I found a couple of like good ones with Disturbed, Linkin Park, Avenged Sevenfold,
Acapella is pretty good too.
off my head, but
Assuming it's good acapella.
Yeah, within reason, obviously.
Man, I listen to so much music. I'd say the weirdest music I listen to is I listen to a lot. I mean, I listen to a lot of opera. I mean, I grew up classically trained, but I actually listen to a lot of opera. I go to a few operas dressed just like this. I do not go in a suit. This is my suit. But I mix it up. Like one of my favorite bands of all time is Johnny Hobo and the Freight Trains. It's super gritty, super hard to listen to, but the lyrics are so real. This is what I love, and but I would say I listen to a lot of. Yeah, I listen to a lot of. Oh man. The weirdest music I listen to, though, the Avalanches. That'll take the cake. I've listened to the Avalanches since the 90s. And people still barely even know who they are.
so I haven't ever heard of them myself.
No one has, man. They're so good, too. They're psychedelic, is what they are. They're modern psych. If I can, I'll find reggae. It's very hard, but you can find some good reggae, like Monkey Mark. No Surrender is a great song. But yeah, I've always believed.
Bands I still listen to. I still listen to Weird Al sometimes.
Oh,
yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
the guy's a
There's
great
songs.
lyricist.
Yeah, he
Another
is.
good one is Hobo Johnson.
That I've never heard.
Oh,
I've always believed there's good music everywhere, in every style. I mean, like, if we go in a country, if you want me to listen to country, the first
There are some good.
I will
country,
look
but
at
not
you
like-
and say, if it's not Dolly Parton or Reba McEntire, I'm not listening to it. Because I will be,
Brooks.
they're the only country singers I like. And they're so good. Oh my God, we got another one. We got another one. Screen cap it. Quickly, Twitch stream. Screen cap it.
Oh,
We got another one.
No.
It's the meth face. We now got a meth face. Yes. We got a happy. We got a joy. We got a meth face. Yes. And the legacy continues.
Okay. Well,
Jared, take pride knowing that you're going to be the first villains emotes that we have.
I hate it.
Because the
that
greatest
note-
are going to be your
We
face.
love you,
On
Sarah.
that note, I'll just tell you about my favorite music.
Do it.
That it's not that weird, but it's a little weird. Space rock.
Space rock.
Oh, dude, I love space rock.
Is it like meteors?
It's not.
Have you listened to
It's
Healy on
space rock,
Prime?
and sometimes it's not space rocks. I haven't. My favorite is Starset. Starset is just this weird band that their songs are so good, and there's a whole story behind them too about the world ending basically because of capitalism. Yeah, it's really cool.
Sarah, I highly suggest you listen to Healy in Prime. Lead
I
female
have been
singer.
recommended it before, and I probably will. I think I've listened to one or two songs.
It's what they are. They're intergalactic space metal. I love their songs.
Yeah.
It's all about being in space, and it's like it's Glory Hammer, but not as Glory Hammer. But I showed you Glory Hammer,
I do
right?
Actually, yes, you did. I have a problem with metal. I want to enjoy metal, but it physically hurts to listen to a lot of the time. There's just some quality of sound that, for some reason, I cannot listen to it. My brain will not process it, and it just makes everything hurt.
But you liked Land of Unicorns by Glory Hammer.
Yeah, it depends on the song. There's some songs that have it and some that don't.
Glory Hammer's awesome. Well, let's talk about metal. Metal.
Disturbed is my favorite.
I like iron.
I like
Copper's
Anvil.
pretty cool.
Yeah, copper's
But I
pretty
mean,
cool
if
too.
I'm gonna pick a metal, it's probably gonna be gold.
No, platinum's worth more. And it looks nicer.
That's true, but gold is like malleable. It's pretty cool.
Einsteinium, anyone? Americanium?
Yeah,
No, those are too
Yeah.
obscure.
into radioactive.
Yeah, that too.
I mean,
Although, top metal of all time, cobalt.
no. The hottest metal of all
Yes.
time.
Magnesium.
I was gonna say selenium, but sure.
Magnesium takes.
You're right. Mercury's a lot better.
That's only if you're mad. Mad!
But just play with the mercury and then you can be.
That's my favorite type metal.
No.
Mercury.
Have you ever just licked lead?
I can't say that I have. Have you?
No, don't even ask.
It would
That's just
explain a lot.
so
I
many,
melted down.
so many answers to questions I had. Just right there.
I
Did you
shoot
hear
up
what
with
Andrew
blood.
just said?
I shoot up with blood, guys.
That explains a lot of things too.
Oh,
Like the anger.
is it because you're scared of Superman
Angry.
coming and taking your hair, Lex Luthor?
Only if I could be a Jesse Eisenberg and pretend I'm the Riddler.
Are you trying to become Wolverine?
You mean Jet? You mean like which Riddler are we talking about? Are we talking like?
No, pretend I'm the Riddler, like Jesse Heisman when he did Lex Luthor.
No. Best Riddler of all time.
Don't
Super buff Riddler from Harley Quinn.
That wasn't as bad as I thought you were gonna say. So
I didn't even watch that one.
that
What
one
were you
will.
expecting?
There's a
Oh,
few.
you're right. You're right. Lego Batman. The first Lego Batman one.
Actually,
That's
that
the
one
best
was
Riddler.
pretty bad. No, it actually wasn't too bad. Too bad either.
A fool with a lid.
You know what? I think this Riddler's too old for you to even know. Thank God for your young age. As you research different Riddlers.
Riddler.
Oh, you're talking about the best one from the original Batman series.
No! Keep guessing.
Oh,
Obviously,
yeah, I don't
Jim
know.
Carrey is best Riddler.
It's Jim Carrey is the worst Riddler. God, throwing darts at a dartboard
That's
there.
funny.
He's the best Riddler, obviously.
So, oh God. Ugh.
Who's afraid of the big black bat?
But yeah, no. One band I can't stand more than anything, who I hate more than I would, is Kiss. I hate Kiss. I hate
You go
Kiss.
on a rock and roll night.
Don't even. Oh no, I didn't change that. I'm an idiot. That's my fault.
Yes, That's why I put the disclaimer there.
I was noticing that.
That
like,
is
way earlier in the
me.
chat, but I'm like,
Thank you,
we're
everybody.
just gonna get all the D&D people.
I'm an
It's okay.
idiot. Oh,
They're
thank
coming
you.
for the D&D and they're staying for the talk show, guys. That's what this is.
Thank you for telling me. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I'm gonna disappear for like 10 seconds.
No.
You got
Dude,
10 seconds.
Three,
Yes. No, it is a talk
Five.
How
show.
can we survive without him?
7,
I don't know
Holy
what.
fact check.
9,
It's not-
10.
Good
You
job.
lied to us.
Anyway,
Lied.
no, let's
That was
Terrible
faster.
liar.
let's end on bands we absolutely hate. I said Kiss. I can't.
Wait. Let me get this straight.
She's back.
You don't like hair metal.
I don't.
My mom does.
Poison,
Yeah,
Kiss, Van Halen. I fucking hate. Actually, it's a very very good point, Caden. Sorry, Grease Golf. It doesn't matter. I absolutely hate hair metal. I cannot stand it.
You don't like Bon Jovi?
No. Bon Jovi.
Really?
No,
That's surprising.
no, I don't.
That's surprising.
I don't like
You're
hair
not
metal.
living on a prayer?
I
I
barely
love that
even
song.
like
See,
Rush.
that's the song that you should have sung, John. I could have sang that.
I like
Yeah.
I like
Whoa, halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer.
That was
Take my
beautiful.
hand and we'll make it, I swear. Woo.
yes, Sarah. I agree with your facial expressions. This it hurts
I was
me
saying
too.
It's beautiful, and I continue to abide by that.
No,
1 out of
Um,
10.
I've never been a big hair metal guy. I'll take country over hair metal any day.
I don't mind like some hair metal bands. I'm not like all of them. But some are good. Like, every time though when I hear that song, I always think Chris. Everybody hates Chris.
I've never watched that show.
Oh really? It's an interesting show.
Is it
Chris
like
Rock.
everyone hates Chris Rock?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be him as a kid, which I
Oh,
mean,
that one.
it's Terry Crews is his dad.
I watched Metalocalypse growing up, and South Park, and Super Jail, and I mean,
Well, this is after all those.
Yeah. It's after your time, old man.
so during the time when I was watching my animes,
We're probably in the haze of drugs that you lost your life in for quite a while.
you know
Probably when
what?
it came out.
That's not exactly inaccurate.
I don't think you paid attention to a lot of TV shows when those moments were going on, huh?
I mean, I knew TV was still a thing. I knew it was something that people.
Yeah, definitely a thing.
It was definitely. I still think it was a thing at that point.
Yeah, I don't know if it goes away just as easy as you think.
Oh Lord, is Jeremy back?
Yeah, he has been for a while. He was only gone for like 30 seconds.
Body,
You lied to us.
and mind.
Yeah, because I am not. Once this fucking camera installs.
Are you voicing off your camera right now?
Are you-
Are we getting the face?
Are we
reveal?
getting a face reveal? Is he actually corporeal? Ladies and
I don't
gentlemen,
Face?
we're about to see Sir Jeremy's face for the
From the
first
camera.
time in 51 episodes. Is he real? Is he fake?
This is thrilling.
Is this just...
Elusive nobleman?
Everybody's all
From the episode.
I gotta find my camera. Shit.
But yeah,
One second.
that being
His
said,
features on his for I'll turn on mine.
with Jeremy's face reveal...
You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Oh,
Oh! But yeah, no, I never liked hair metal. I can't do it. I don't know what it is. Something about...
Probably the hairspray.
That was the age my mom grew up in, and she's all about the hair metal bands. Like, she used to be those, like, groupie girls with that were just, like, following the hair metal bands with just as bad hair.
You know what's another great band? Bowling for Soup.
That was alright,
It's
man.
actually an alright band.
Fascinating name.
I just have such an image of your parents now, Insaniac. Your dad with
My mom.
like a mullet and like a ripped
Yeah.
shirt,
Yeah,
and
my
it
dad had
says,
the mullet at one
and it
point.
says, and it says like Led Zeppelin with like the ripped sleeves and jean shorts, And then your mom with
See,
like
my mom was
the
my
big
mom was the
hair,
death metal band,
the
and my
big-
dad was the Metallica and like Iron Maiden band.
like the big hair and the big tiny big giant boots and the. Someone's murdering their
Crazy things are
mic.
happening.
Yeah, wow. That was some murder.
There's only one murder.
You got it actually pretty close. I won't lie.
Like, and I bet they found each other one night in a Dirty Slayer concert. He was in the pit, she was on the side, and as he got tossed off to the side, he looked at her and said, "Hey, babe." And then he went back in the pit. It was love at first sight. Next thing you know, there's 3 little Insaniacs running around.
Wow.
3.
Two kind of, and then force happens. And a third little one comes.
It's good to know that was.
Can you imagine there being 3 Insaniacs? That would be terrifying.
I feel like the world.
Actually, I love my little brother. He's so hysterical.
Oh, I totally believe you. I bet he's the best.
He is. He's funny. He's a goofy little kid.
So.
Oh, I'm alive. Bye. Whoa!
Is that a
It
person?
works.
Yay!
Oh my god.
I turned it on mine and then turned it over.
It's just failures.
Everything plugged into it.
Stream.
Maniac so well too.
Yeah, there won't be any more stuttering.
That was the
Yeah.
camera.
So
Nice.
excited. Until you try to give us important information.
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure.
No. Oh no, I will be very angry with this machine if it does that to me.
So
It's brand new.
Oh my god.
It's just the D&D gods not wanting us to know things, though.
Anyway,
Yeah, that way we can't combat.
Exactly.
It is
everyone has
true.
faces. This
and
is-
now that everyone has our viewers. So, thank you all for watching. I'm sorry I thought it was talk show night, even though it says that like right there it says talk show night. I forgot to so I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sorry you had nothing better to do. I'm glad you all came to watch. Follow us if you liked it. If you want previous podcast, you just look for us. We're on everything or YouTube. And yeah, I see.
Sunday is Sunday night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this Jeremy. Beside the Goblin, above him is Insanieac, and finally rounding us out is Sarah Vike, and we are the villains of the Villains Talk Show. And for the first time ever, we are all on screen, and thank you all for watching. I'm sorry things kind of died and rambled at the end, but I blame Insaniac as always.
Check out my buddy who's live right now because we're just finishing up our chat.
Please,
The Mass Effect 2.
civil, because I
uh,
can't. I'm not even gonna try. It's in the chat. I'm not even gonna.
I think it's like Vizsla.
It's there. It's that name. It's KSI. We're just gonna call him KSI. It's KSI.
Username is the man with the R and Mollusk. Sure, check him out. We'll probably be hosting
check him out.
after you guys get a direct link to his stream.
Yeah. Other than that,
Thank you everybody for watching. You're on social media.
witches gather in black masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds who plot destruction. And that's all I can sing. You guys have a good night.
Jeremy's ass.
Yeah, that's all we get.
That's the one to see.
Maybe